Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom. I have just witnessed Birmingham City 1, Leeds United 0. Oh dear, a very bad day for Leeds. They got themselves back into second spot. Last week, we knew there were going to be lots of twists and turns. We didn't think there would be this many because they swapped with Sheffield United last week and they've swapped back with them this week. Leeds go down by 1 at Birmingham. Sheffield United win the other end and Leeds are now 1 point behind all over again. And for Birmingham, an important win really because down the bottom there, a win for Rotherham and a win for Millwall. They would have been looking quite precarious without those 3 points after this 9-point deduction they've had. Although what I will say for Blues fans is after they play the next game against Sheffield United, the tricky games are over and they should be able to ease out of trouble down the bottom there. Anyway, here is the story of today's game at St Andrews, or the Trillions Trophy Stadium, whatever you call it nowadays. Blues line up. Camp in goal. Back four: Colin, Dean, Morrison, Pedersen, what we expect. Mahoney, Gary Gardner, Keefton Belt, Magoma across midfield, Adams, Jutkovic up front. Standard stuff from them. Leeds, Casilla in goal. He's back after suspension last week. Ayling, Janssen, Cooper, Alioski. Alioski will finish the season at left back. Douglas, another injury there for Leeds. He's not going to return before the end of the season now. Calvin Phillips is the deep line playmaker. Hernandez off to the right. Roberts, Klitsch, Harrison down the left. Bamford starts for Leeds. And now for Bielsa. Listen to the bench: Peacock, Farrell, Forshaw, Roof, Dallas, Berardi, Shackleton, Clark. So he's now got more options from the bench. We know that Bielsa likes a spare man at the back, and Phillips starts this game very, very deep when the opposition play a front two. We normally see a spare man at the back for Leeds. He's kind of filing in between Cooper and Janssen just to cover that space. On 2 minutes, Bamford down the right into Roberts inside the box. Tight angle for him. Hustled off it. Shoots wide. Messy start really. Leeds probably edging the first 10 minutes. Not much in the way of coherent football. Birmingham pushing Leeds back. Direct as we expect. Jutkovic not getting much change out of Janssen, and that small distance between back and front for Blues making it hard for Leeds to play on. 17, Magoma goes past Ayling quite easily, forces a corner in by Mahoney. Left-footed outswinger here. Jutkovic under pressure heads it over. On 19 minutes, all the Leeds fans turn their back. If any Leeds fans can smarten me up what that was about. I don't know what they were either paying tribute to or referencing. So someone let me know. That would be great. We get to the quarter mark. Real slow burner here. What you're getting is Blues. It's a mid to low block. They're not really deep, but they're pretty deep. And they're not prepared to press Cooper, Janssen, Phillips dropping in behind. So you get 3 Leeds players on their own and then sort of 7 against 10. And they're really trying to cramp it in there and giving Leeds the challenge of playing through and then just trying to pick them off with those early balls into the front there. A familiar trap. And we get up to 28 minutes and a real key moment in the game here because it's a huge chance for Leeds. First of all, Hernandez, he does this. We know he drifts into the middle and then he drifts out to the left and he spends kind of a whole minute over there kind of causing a nuisance, and that just leaves a big hole on the right-hand side. The game kind of follows Hernandez sometimes when Leeds play. Klitsch sees this, makes a lovely switch of play out to Ayling, which gets him one-on-one with Pedersen at left-back. Ayling comes inside. He's on the left foot. It's an in-swinging cross. It's a really good one. Bamford has peeled off his man. Out comes Camp. Bamford into the 6-yard box. He's tall, he's rangy. He sticks that foot out. Gets there first ahead of Camp. Pokes it goalwards. Hits the inside of the post and straight back out into Camp's arms. The Leeds fans at that end thought that had gone in. Good chance there. If he miskicks that just a little bit, that's just going to drift into the open net. Unlucky for Bamford, but here come Blues. up the other end, and it's Magoma down the left, gets a bit of space, comes forward, engages his man, comes inside. They don't want to touch him now. He's running laterally. He slides it across the box. Jutkiewicz, clever, holds his ground, lets it run. He knows Che Adams is behind him. Adams receives the ball 20 yards out, and all the Birmingham fans know that this guy is deadly from this position. Huge error of expectancy. Gets it out of his feet, hits it low, right-footed to Casillas' right, and it's into the net, and Blues have the lead. Wow, Leeds should have taken a lead up the other end. We get these key moments like this. Bit of space for Blues. Counter-attack. This looked like it was the plan. And Adams is lethal from this position. That's his complete speciality. Early shots from that. He's probably more deadly from 20 yards than he is from 10 yards, Adams. He's got such a good, early, powerful, low shot. I haven't checked. Don't know how many goals that is for him this season. Blues have the lead. 38, and it's a big chance for Blues again here to go 2-0 up. Long one forward, flicked on. They've lost Adams again, this time into the box, 12 yards out. He's over to the left-hand side. He doesn't want to hit this first time with his left foot, which surprises me. He over-engineers this chance. He wants it on his right foot. He comes inside his man. Less space, less time. Ball coming away from him, and he just pokes it with his right foot. Casilla makes the save. I'm surprised him, having just scored, that he doesn't just stick his laces through that first time with his left foot, his trademark finish, but maybe one touch too many for Adams there. And 45, Hernandez dinks down the line here. Klitsch half volleys the cross all the way over. The first challenge is missed. Alioski's following up on the other side of the box from the left back position, volleys it wide. Half time, Blues lead 1-0. Monk lays the trap and Leeds walk right into it. They're going to have a mid to low block. Like I said, they're going to sit back and try and counter, but in the main just keep Leeds away from their goal and keep them from getting their passing going. Worked an absolute treat in the first half. Leeds have more of the territory, more of the ball, should have taken the lead through that Bamford chance, then straight up the other end, and Blues get the lead. But we know Bielsa has a strong bench in this game. What's he going to do in the second half? Straight away, Dallas in for Harrison. I don't know what Harrison's average game time is for Leeds. Literally every time I see him, he seems to get the hook either on 45 or 60 minutes. So Dallas goes to the right. Hernandez goes to the left. Gary Gardner goes off for Birmingham as well. Davis in, straight swap for him into centre midfield. No sooner have we start the second half. Chance for Blues. Adams drops deep this time. They're working the other way around here, Adams and Jutkiewicz. He slides the ball through. On first glance, it doesn't look like it's going to be a great ball, but Cooper gets in a bit of a muddle with this one, turns his back on it to chase with Adams. And if he'd just faced it up, he could have cut it out. But he's made a bit of a mess of it, and now he's let Jutkiewicz go. Jutkiewicz is slightly ahead of him, and he doesn't want to touch him now for the obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Jutkiewicz, we know, he's not going to pull away and accelerate. He's not that guy. So he moves it slightly to the right, gets it out of his feet, hits it right-footed, and Casilla saves well with his feet. Casilla very good at getting his angles right in these positions and giving the striker less goal to aim at. You would have wanted that to be the other way round, and Jutkiewicz playing Adams through for the chance. Dean with a little tug on Hernandez for a yellow card, just stopping a Leeds counter there while he's up the pitch. Mahoney long free kicking on 51. Dean heads it straight at Casilla. And then really the story of this game for Leeds fans is, well, we'll talk about Bamford in a minute, but what a miss here on 53. It's great football by Leeds as well. We didn't see this much in the game. That pinball, that bang, bang, bang. Wide players funneling in, vertical passing. They got it going for once. It's Roberts with a nice touch round the corner. That's what breaks the press. It's fed straight through to Dallas, I think. Yeah, Dallas. He's in the right corner of the box. Really good position. They've opened Birmingham completely up. Can they take the chance? Dallas, early cross, puts it across with pace to Bamford. He's on the near post. It's coming at him fast, but come on, Patrick. He hits it right-footed over the bar. Should have scored. What a different game that would have been if Bamford puts that one in. Great chance. And really, possibly the only moment in the game where Leeds looked like Leeds of this season and just ripped through Birmingham with the quick Bielsa intense passing, attacking football. 57, Kieftenbeld, off he goes on a stretcher. Hope he's okay. Now, when I wrote the teams down at the start, Craig Gardner was on the bench, but he wasn't when we got to the game. And all of a sudden, Blues don't have any central midfielders left. So on comes Harding. He goes right back, and Max Collin is going to go from right back to centre midfield. So if I'm Bielsa, I'm thinking, right, Blues virtually haven't got centre midfield now. Davis, it's probably unfair on Davis, but not their first choice centre midfield. Davis and Collin going to finish the last sort of 30-40 minutes of this game. Leeds are pushing hard now, lots of territory, but we know what Blues are good at, and having that nice line of four, always play two deep central midfielders, so they're going to make it hard, keep it pressed, keep it tight. We've seen it all season. Diagonal across to Alioski, he volleys that one over. Harding had a difficult start here. Him and Mahoney didn't quite get the connection together down that right-hand side defensively for Blues. 66 Leeds corner. Alioski near post for Ayling. Gets in front of his man. Difficult chance. Side foot volley. Over and on 68. I don't believe it. Third big chance here for Patrick Bamford. The free kick goes in initially. Blues are a bit deep here and can't get out. It's recycled to Alioski. He crosses it left to right, and again, Leeds do well. Blues can't get out, like I said. Roberts is going to recycle it. This time he receives the ball. Defender stands off, gives Roberts a bit of space, cuts inside, chips it to the near post. Bamford absolutely point blank range. He tries to glance it into the net. Camp is well positioned and tips it over. And really, on a different day today, Patrick Bamford could have had a hat-trick and Leeds could be winning this game easily. I haven't looked on the stats to see whether they've gone down as big chances, but all three of them inside the 6-yard box, I think. And yeah, that's going to be the narrative, I think, for Leeds fans when they reflect back on this. Kemar Roof is back. He comes in for Bamford. So we see that it's one or other for Bielsa. I thought the initial plan was going to be Roof behind Bamford, but maybe we'll see that between now and the end of the season. So straight swap there. Jack Clark comes in for Klitsch. Hernandez goes into central midfield, which basically means a free roll, given the way he plays. Clark down the left wing, perhaps Bielsa seeing what the rest of us were seeing. Harding having a bad start, and him and Mahoney not quite getting the defensive work together. 72, it's all Leeds. Blues, no possession threat since Kieftenbeld went off. Very defensive now. 75, Janssen, yellow card. He's late in on Collin there. Hotter comes in for Mahoney down that right hand side on 75. Also 79, Blues up the pitch now. Free kicks cleared, but fed back into Jutkovic. Great centre forward play here by Jutkovic. He's hustling, he holds it up, he makes the turn, he gets into a bit of space. Again, if this guy had acceleration, he'd be playing in the Premier League. I know that kind of player doesn't really exist. A huge player who can actually run as well. Didier Drogba, there you go figure. Turns his man up to the edge of the box. Is a clear sight of goal, actually hits it low, and again Casilla, who has a good game really, makes the save. 84, quick free kick again for Blues. These are not Leeds chances I'm reading out here. It's fed low into the channel for Adams, left side of the box, and this surprises me because this is exactly what he should do with his other chance in the first half. Hits it early with the left foot. Casilla stands up, makes the save. It's Morrison following in. He's still up. And he's blocked out for the rebound. And really, 84 minutes, that's all she wrote. 6 minutes stoppage time. Leeds, they forced territory. This is the story of it. Leeds forced territory, but no more chances in the game. And Blues take the win. So let's talk about Blues first. 9-point deduction. I thought they played well. I was at their last game against West Brom as well, and they got unstuck a bit by not a great defensive show in the second half, conceding a penalty and a goal from a set play. But they showed their mettle today, And their plan worked, basically. Sometimes if you're playing that more defensive type of game, you are relying on the fact that the higher team in the league are not going to take their chances. But if you look, Blues had other chances as well here. Jutkiewicz in behind a couple of times. Adams with the other chance in the second half. So this wasn't exactly a robbery by Birmingham on the basis of those other chances. But if Bamford had been at it today, then Leeds win this game. So Blues, like I said at the top of the video, Sheffield United to come, and then they can probably ease into the last few games of the season. I've said for a while, I think they're going to be okay. 9-point deduction or no 9-point deduction. They are better than all of those teams in the bottom six. And I don't know if I'm going to see Birmingham again. Oh, no. Will I see him play Ipswich? I don't know. I don't really see Birmingham. So, Blues fans, is that the last time I'm going to see Che Adams in a blue shirt as well? Because he scored a ton of goals, and I think big things maybe beckon for him, and a bit of pocket money there to keep the EFL away maybe in July sort of time. Adams, I would expect probably to go, but well played Blues. They get the win today. But let's talk about Leeds, because they're in this chase at the top of the table, and they're now back down into third, which would mean playoffs for them. You could argue that if Bamford plays well today and pops those chances away, that's the difference between a good performance and a bad performance. But at this time of the season, you just have to win. Doesn't matter how scruffy these goals are. And 3 chances for Bamford, all close in, all good chances. It's kind of like Leeds did their job, other than keeping a clean sheet, in creating those chances, all from open play. Hits the post with the first one, puts the second one over, and the header saved by Camp for the third one. So that really is my takeaway from it. It's this weird week now where Leeds and Sheffield United swap games. So now Blades are going to come to Birmingham, and Leeds are going to go off to Preston, where Blades have won today. So if the results go as they've done today, there'll be another twist. But it's 6 games to go and 1 point behind. It's going to go to the wire, isn't it? Amazing stuff. If you're a Leeds fan, are you kind of buying my narrative with that on a different day they actually win that game and they didn't actually play that terribly? Or are you a little bit more negative that Monk set up, we knew what was going to happen, and Leeds really played into it? It's classic Birmingham. Adams even scoring the type you would expect him to score the goal, and you would expect it to be that type of goal as well. So they've fallen over the tripwire, it has to be said today. What I would say about Leeds is, squad-wise, other than Douglas being in there at left-back and Alioski being able to move forward, squad-wise, they look as strong now as they've looked all season in terms of injuries for this run-in. But it's a big week, this 3-game week, and they need to pick up points. Anyway, a long way to go, more twists, more terms, midweek load of games coming up. Can they reverse it? Let me know what you think in the comments. Blues fan, how do you see the rest of the season panning out? Are you as confident as me that you'll ease into safety? And Leeds fan, what the hell is going to happen between now and the end of the season? Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. Hit the subscribe button, get involved in the comments. And as I did say on Twitter, if you follow that, apologies to any Ipswich fans. I did have a ticket for Bolton v Ipswich today. If you're expecting that review, I do apologise, but the way Bolton has been conducting itself this week, it got to Friday and the third different way of cancelling the game was enough for me, and I bought a ticket for this one and I'm up here. But I will be at Brentford Ipswich on Wednesday. That said, also tune in for the review show probably tomorrow. I'll let you know when that is, and I'll be on the Blue Monday podcast as well. Thank you for watching. Over and out. See you all soon.